Hello. In this DIY project, we are going to make a pair of three-tier gypsy earrings. Then we're going to get your beads, all assorted kinds, your jewelry working tools, and some wire. I have a 15 gauge, but you can use any gauge you prefer better. I did that for heavy duty purposes. I like mine stronger. And I went ahead and made one. Now you're going to cut that fairly large, like about that size, and you're going to add beads to it, and you're going to use your round nose pliers to make a loop on one end first, and then add your beads. So I've already done that. Now you're going to make a small loop and start threading your beads. Not too many because you don't want the ring too wide unless you like a wide hoop earring. It's got to look like your first one, so keep in mind the spaces and how you're going to turn your loop. Now you're going to get your round nose pliers and you're going to make the loop, and then you're going to turn it once you made the loop, because you're going to attach a large jump ring in the middle between the two. So do them side by side and then turn it like so. Okay, and do that on both ends, and then see, just like that. And then you're going to add your large jump ring right in the middle. Now this is a set of various different sizes that I got from Panda Hall, and you can find that on Amazon. And it's a little thicker than my little 6mm ones, so take your round nose pliers and your chain nose pliers, open them up and put them through the loops that you created. And make sure it looks like the other one. And now take your round nose and chain nose pliers and close them. And make sure it's secure and closed all the way. Now, see, it should look just like this. Now take the time to kind of bend and move your wire and shape it to make sure they both look alike. Okay? So remember, these are three tiers. So we basically made the first tier. The hoop is your first tier. Okay? I'm just shaping it, making sure everything looks the same, and also I'm making sure that the jump ring is secure. You definitely want to make sure that's closed all the way, because if you're making them to give as a gift or to sell or for yourself, you don't want them to fall apart on you, because that's embarrassing. So go ahead and make sure everything is shaped nice and secure just the way you want it, and that everything matches. Be very mindful when you're beading these, because it's easy to make a mistake if you put one bead of one color and two of another. It could be a mistake. Okay, so here is your finished first step. Okay, now let's go make the second tier. So we're going to get some wiring. But before we do that, keep in mind that you need to add jump rings. Now you can either thread it in when you're doing those beads, or you can add that later. So I'm going to start on the first tier. Now I got my wire and I'm going to cut it. And give yourself extra length just to be on the safe side. And then we're going to make a loop on one end. Now I've gone ahead and did that already, but don't worry, there's still another earring to do, and I'll show you on there. And once you do that, you're going to take your round nose and chain nose pliers, and you're going to use two jump rings. One that's going to be up on the hoop, and another one you're going to put through the loop you created in the second tier and attach it to the other jump ring to give you some space between the tiers. And you're going to adjust it, because when you make the loop, you're going to bend it upwards like that. See how it looks? Okay. Make sure that it's kind of squarish and not too rounded. So now we're going to work on the third tier. Now I've already went ahead and did it. It's the same as the first, and I used teardrop earrings. Now, if you didn't want to use teardrop earrings for the bottom, you could use tassels, charms, something that's long that will dangle. But right now we're going to put our fish hook in. So make sure of how you want your fish hook. So this is what it looks like. And make sure everything is spaced the way you want it to be. And take your round nose pliers and you're going to want to open your fish hook and attach it to that big jump ring in the center. Now if you wanted to hang a little longer, you could add another jump ring and then another one, but it's best to just attach it to that large jump ring. Okay, so now we're going to do the other one, and I'm going to show you how I did it. So the first section was done with the hoop. Now this would be the second tier. I made the loops on the ends, and you want to give yourself enough room and extra wire because you're going to bend that loop up to give it a kind of angled squarish look. See, just like the way that looks. And because you're going to then put a jump ring through those loops through another jump ring that's on the hoops. And you place them where you want them to go. Everything is by eye. You just hold everything up to where you may want them, and that's how you know. So this is where I did it. Now I'm putting this jump ring through the other jump ring on the hoop. And there's your second tier, see? And we repeat that process for the third tier. So we get our wire. Now we get our round nose pliers and we're going to make the loop, but we're going to turn it away from us, not towards us, away, like that. Bend down. Don't make a big loop, but make a good sized one, but not too big. Okay, it should look like that. I'm not sure if you're seeing that. Okay, once you did the one side, get your beads and any teardrop beads also, as well as any charms or tassels or whatever you're going to do to give it that gypsy look. Teardrop earrings are best for that, or tassels. So right now I'm gathering all my beads. What I'm going to do is I picked out a small white bead, some silver or pewter colored separators, and then I'm going to use the teardrop beads, which are going to be double jump ringed because I want that length. I want them to hang lower than the beads. So you might have to use 2 jump rings when you do your teardrop beads or your tassels. So this is what I did. I put a white bead, then I hung my teardrop bead that's on 2 jump rings, then a separator. So it's just like that. And then I continued on with another white bead, and on being sure to match with the other earring. It's very easy to start making your second earring and forget a step that you did on the first one, and then you have to take it apart and do it all over. Okay, so I'm done. Now I'm going to cut the excess, being sure to leave just enough to make my loop and also to bend that, because you need enough room to bend it up like I did on the last one that I showed you. So take your round nose pliers, remember to make the loop and bend it down away from you. Okay, now we're going to bend the whole thing up a little to give it that squarish kind of end. And just mess with it a little, make sure it's exactly the way you want it. And then we're going to take our jump ring and attach it to the other jump ring that's on the second tier. So 2 jump rings to give that space between the tiers. So see, I'm putting my jump ring through the loop, and then that jump ring will go through the other jump ring on the second tier. See, I'm doing that right now. Or I'm trying to. So I've already attached one side. So now I'm going to take my round nose pliers and my jump ring, and I'm going to put it through the little loop I made, and then I'm going to attach that jump ring to the other jump ring on the second tier. And there you have it. Now they're finished, and this is what your gypsy boho 3-tiered earrings should look like. These can be bohemian. They're not as bohemian, they're more gypsy chandelier. But this is it. This is what they look like. I'm very happy. I shaped them and made sure that they came out exactly alike. Okay, now this is what they look like on me. They hang perfectly, just the way I wanted them to hang. I didn't want them too long. I didn't want them too short. Gypsy earrings are usually bold and make a statement. So you want them big enough and you want them long. And the teardrops beads really finished it off really well. I'm very happy with the way they turned out. So, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and comment. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe now. Click that bell for future notifications. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.